Alright, now it says I'm live. Great. So, yeah, guys. Welcome. You know, I had literally been streaming for 32 minutes. It said I was streaming, but I was not connected. My stream was not happening. And so I literally lost 30 minutes of stream time. As I noticed over in the stats that it was saying I was offline, but yet everything was streaming. It was showing data coming down. It was showing I was live, but my live counter wasn't active, and my views wasn't active. So I was streaming to absolutely nobody for no reason. I have no idea what happened. I'm telling you, since Tuesday, since yesterday, when everything went south on this thing, I have been chasing ghosts, man. This has been so stinking frustrating. I've got it to where it's working marginally better, but if you can see, there's still a stutter. There's still a little bit of glock lock, right? So I'm going to try and make this as painless as possible for you guys. But there is going to be some stutter. I want to get some streaming in today. Dang it. So we're going to do it. So we're just going to sit here. We're going to power through. We're going to see what. This is irritating. It is really, really irritating. Um, so yeah. Hi. Welcome back. Oh my gad freeze. I mean, right now this thing's dropping between 40 and 29 frames per second, which is marginally better than what I had the other day, but it's still kicking the crap out of me, guys. It's frustrating the crap out of me. So that's what I'm dealing with. And I still do not understand what changed in my OBS. Everything was going smooth, it was going great, and then towards the end of that stream yesterday, it all just went completely downhill. I have no idea what happened. It was like some setting changed on a whim, and for the life of me, I cannot find which one it is or how to correct it. So I've been playing with different encoding methods. I've been tweaking a little bit of this, tweaking a little bit, but it's just I've watched numerous videos. It's getting better, but it's still not where it needs to be. It's yeah. So I'm thinking maybe I might see if switching streaming software might be the answer, because I seem to be having chronic issues with OBS. I mean, this isn't the first time I've had bad streaming quality with OBS. So if it gets too bad for you, I'll understand if you want to leave. It is definitely not very good quality tonight, and I apologize for that. The stuttering, I mean, it's not stuttering in the game, but I can see it stuttering over there on the OBS screen. So I can just imagine how frustrating it is for you guys. Um, like I said, my gameplay is completely smooth. It is all encoding with OBS, all of it, every last bit of it. Pull the brakes, pull the rotors, pull the tank. That was a fairly decent fuel tank. Better than what it normally is. So happy Wednesday. It's hump day on this already short week. Did it seem kind of odd for going back to work after the random holiday in the middle of the week? I mean, I know the 4th doesn't happen often in smack dab in the middle of the week, but did it just seem weird to anybody else going back? How you doing, Vulcan? It seemed real weird for me to go back to the office because I work, 2 days at home and 3 days in the office, and it just seemed weird to be going in and knowing that I have one more day in the office and then I'm working from home again. So, but yeah, so I am on average dropping 9.1% of all of my frames. I really think I've got to use something other than OBS, guys. I really do. It's not looking good for OBS. Yeah, it did kind of seem weird, right? It seemed like it was like the week had just started and then suddenly we're back to the weekend, but it wasn't really a full weekend, right? That's why I said it just seemed a little weird going back into the office today. The alternative for the streaming, I don't know. I've got to look. I know that there are several others out there. I know Twitch has their own actual software, and I'm thinking about using that. Or I may see whatever the third parties are out there. I might try using VLC. I hear VLC is a decent stream, but I'm, again, right there. I've got to research and see what's up, because something's not right and something's broken. Maybe I just need to reinstall my operating system again. I don't know. I just really don't know at this point. I've run out of alternatives. I really have. You know what? I got this workbench right here that I can. So yeah. What's new, everybody? It's a Thursday. Or it's a Wednesday. Almost Thursday. Coming up on Friday. So. Old Zuckerberg is launching his version of Twitter. That'll be hitting the sphere already. I think it's already out there. You can just download it as an app. But it's supposed to compete with Twitter because, Elon Musk is the devil and Zuckerberg is feeling threatened because, Elon can play with rockets and has his own car line, but, Zuckerberg is just got his media corporation. So, I can see why Zuckerberg may feel slightly inferior. Not to mention that Elon could buy and sell Zuckerberg like 3 times over. So, I can see why he wants to, start swinging things around and trying to show that he's a bigger man than Elon. But, and that's exactly it, right? They really don't want their dirty little secrets to be out. Oh, I'm glad your boss made it back into the office. Good for him. He wasn't doing too well, if I remember right. Didn't you say he had something going on or something, or was it sick, or I don't know. I can't remember what it was. I try to listen, but I get distracted easy. I am completely ravaged with ADHD. Sometimes I forget to wake up in the morning because I just can't focus. I mean, quality-wise, the stream is still good. It's just, you know, it's got that little hiccup every now and then. Maybe I do need to scale the quality back a bit. I don't know. I've been trying to do 1440, and maybe I just need to cut it back to 1080p. I don't know. It's yeah. Alaska's beautiful. I myself haven't been up there yet, but you know, I've been up in that area of Canada and seen a lot of stuff up through there, and I know the Pacific Northwest fairly well. And yeah, Alaska is absolutely gorgeous. Um, if you can, absolutely get a chance to go out there. It's incredible, but do it in the springtime when the salmon are running, and go do some salmon fishing. Seriously, go do that salmon run, because it is one of the most incredible experiences that you can have. All right, so we want rubber bushing. May as well get the catalytic converter. I gotta strip that engine down. I'm not ready to buy parts yet. Pretty sure I have a lot of these electronic parts. I remove this terrible tensioner, 18%. Yeah, that tensioner's cooked. Keeps asking me, when are you coming up to visit him? Yeah, exactly. I've got a friend up there too, and he says the same thing to me. He's like, "Yeah, when are you gonna come up here so we can get some salmon?" I'm like, "Dude, if I go up there, uh, I would be divorced in like 3 months, because my wife, I'd never come home." So, it's a curse, and I just love the cold too. I absolutely love the cold weather. So it's bad mojo for me to go up there. It's not a healthy place for my state of mind. It's really not. Did I get all the? I didn't. The spark plugs are right there. We gotta pull this off. We gotta pull this fuel rail off. Pull that fuel rail off. Pull these coil packs, which are pretty well cooked anyway. I think we had like one halfway decent coil pack. All the rest were garbage. This intake manifold's junk. I can see that right now. 20 stinking percent. Jeez. Oh yeah, because it's the humidity. That sounds to me like you need to get better insulated windows. Or reduce the humidity inside your house, one of the two. I'm a apparently, according to my power company, I'm a high energy user. Which, I mean, is probably true. I have multiple computers here, and I've got tons of electronics, and I never shut my machine off at night. I mean, I haven't had any reason to, right? Yeah, the humidity's on the outside, but it still it can get into your house, right? I mean, unless your home's 100% sealed, it's still going to get in. Yeah. I don't necessarily have a rack mount server, but I've got a server for my Plex and gaming that I have running all the time too. So what are oh, the spark plugs, derp derp. Now the head should come off. There we go. No, my power bill averages about $240 a month. I guess that's high. But oh yeah. Which I find interesting because even though the average power supply in most servers is like 230 watt, the energy efficiency of them, well, 230 to like 400 watt, the energy efficiency on them is not as good as a desktop, right? So if you've got a server that's got two 240s in it, I mean, that's 880 watts, which is no more than a regular desktop PC. In some cases, even less, right? But they just seem that they run less efficient because you've got all the fans and the drives and yeah. And even then, most servers won't even use the full 430 watt of a power supply. Most of them are, you know, only utilizing about 50% of the total wattage output of the server, even under full load. So I just think they're, you know, max wattage regardless of load. That seems to have been my experience most of the time when I observe. Well, you know, it's Ford. They came up with some fabulous ideas and decided that that's how they wanted to run things. And I guess a electric SUV was a fantastic idea for a rust stain. I never understood it either. But it's like, at what point did they decide that the station wagon, that the station wagon was considered an SUV? I mean, that's what killed the station wagon in the 80s and 90s. Is if you built anything that resembled a station wagon, you had to pay a gas guzzler tax on it, even if it had a 4-cylinder engine in it. So, I mean, that's really what killed the station wagon. Was someone deciding, oh yeah, all those things are SUVs now, so they all fall underneath the gas guzzler tax, even when they get, you know, 30 miles to the gallon. So, but how Subaru gets away with it, I really don't know. I don't think. I'll have to check my email. I haven't checked my email all day, my personal email all day. I've been so busy. It's not even funny. I mean, I seriously have been focused on getting this thing ready to even do something of a stream today, and I haven't even focused on. I came home from work and immediately started focusing on this. It's okay. I've got to go through and find all the engine parts. Pistons. Oh my gosh, why aren't you scrolling? There we go. I think I need a new battery in my mouse. Need that. Piston ring, spark plug, piston ring. Need 2 of those. Spark plug, timing chain, piston. Excuse me. Don't know why I'm clicking on each one of these. I know I need 8. Yeah, we'll have to focus on that here. That's an engine component. That's an engine component. Bad crank. Okay, we need one of those. That broke. We need that. Need that. Looks like we need the water pump too. Another coil. And I think I need 2 more of those because I think 2 of them were missing. And we're going to need the valve covers for this. V8 single overhead cam FME. Hey, Jester! Oh, is it saying 7 days to die? Really? Oh my gosh! Okay, so when I came into this, okay, I streamed for 30 minutes to nobody. Even though my OBS was saying I was streaming, I looked at the stats and said it was offline. That went on for 30 minutes. I had updated everything. Apparently the update didn't roll over because it's still saying 7 stinking days to die. Okay, well, I mean, OBS is just really. So yeah, that's my day. Uh, and I mean, if you would watch it, if you were watching Tuesday, you saw that towards the end of my stream, I mean, my whole system just tanked right towards the end of the stream. I've been fighting that. I came home from work today and just started focusing on that today, just so I could get some kind of stream out. But apparently, there's still something out of whack with OBS. Maybe I should just uninstall OBS, clear all the config files, do all that crap, and then start over with OBS again. Maybe it just, I mean, midstream, something just changed, and it hasn't been the same yet. I have not been able to get it back to where it was because I was streaming beautifully, and now it's just, I don't know. I get tired of being admired. I do have a front sway bar. Reference acknowledged. Yeah, we watched that movie the other day. We introduced that to our 16-year-old, and she didn't know what to think of it. She thought it was totally out of whack. She was just like, "What am I watching?" It was hilarious watching her just go completely bonkers with it. But yeah, it was good times. It was good times. Okay, I think that's all we've got for that. So I don't think. Oh yeah, no, I listen to it every single day or whenever he releases it, pretty much. But yeah, I have his. I'm subscribed to his podcast, so yeah, I hear it all the time. I think it's one of the best things on the podcast. I mean, he doesn't. He basically is paying homage to uh, Paul Harvey, right? And it's the only thing that I also wish he would do is what was the other one? Uh, the wacky news or whatever it was. But I used to love listening to Paul Harvey. I would listen to him every chance I got. Excuse me, I'm yawning a lot. So we're gonna need, I think, 14. Well, no, because I picked up some. So we're only gonna need 10, I think. Yeah. Then I think I need small rubber bushings. I think I need 2 of those. I guess we're gonna find out real quick. Oh, you're gonna have to share that. I would love to hear a lot of those older episodes. And now you know the rest of the story. Yeah, but that's the way I heard it. Is good too. Um, I mean, he's not even trying to compete with Paul Harvey because you can't compete with that. You just can't. It was so unique and masterful, and I mean Paul Harvey had a way with words. He was probably one of the most articulate um, reporters out there, right? Um, but he wasn't really a reporter. He was more of a commentator, I think. Um, yeah, I think he would fall more underneath the commentator. Relay, medium fuse sway bar. I got the sway bar. Wheel hub bearing. May as well get 2 of those. Rear. Oh, I just deleted rear spring. Dang it. Get 2 of those. Front exhaust pipe A. Need 1 of those. I actually probably could get away with 2 of them because I think we're going to need 2 of them. Rear shock absorber cap. We need 2 of those. Medium fuse. Solid rear drive axle. Didn't I have one of those in inventory? Oh, rear drive axle. That's what it was. Okay. I don't know why I walk out of there to order these things. Did I need one of those? I think I probably need 2 of those. Because I don't think we had a caliper on the other side. I don't have ignition coils yet. Cam gear, we need 2 of those. And idler roller, we need 1 of those. Piston rings, we need 8 of these. Slurpentine belt. Camshaft, we need 2 of these. Timing chain, we need that one, and then we should have a B here somewhere, right? Timing chain, yeah, okay. Kill the A, kill this, now we get the shoes. Does it say we need 2 of those? Is there a B? It's got to be exactive. I guess there's not a B. Weird that they'd have that labeled A and not have a B. I think I got enough rod caps, but we won't delete that yet. Or did I only grab 2? Maybe I need a 3rd. Let's get a 3rd. Exhaust manifold. A. Okay. I think we had a good one. Alright, now we need valve covers for this. So let's kill that. And engine head cover A. Engine head cover B. I think we repaired those. Were we able to repair the intake? I guess we're gonna find out. I don't really know it. But we're gonna kinda grow it. Coils, we need 8 brand spank me new ones. And we're gonna need one of these. Spark my plug. And relay. Let's just get 10 of them. Relay, let's just get 10 of them. Relay, let's just get 10 of them. Fuse, what are we gonna get? That's right, 10 of them. Medium fuse B, what are we gonna get? That's right, 10 of them. And we may as well come over here and grab A. And guess how many that's right, we're gonna get 10 of them. See, I knew you guys could follow along. Okay, 225, 55, 16. You know, let's check and make sure those tires were all the same size, though. 255, 55, 16. 225, 55. 225, 55, 225, 55. What about the other one? So they were all 225, 55, 16. Okay. So we actually need a third rim, or we're not able to repair the rims. I don't see the rims here. There they are. See, I knew they were here. No, I don't want to sell it. $225, 55, 16. 4, 16, 225, 55. Rim 16, 1, 16 incher. Alright, toss this on. And toss this on. Plop in the steering of the power. I'm going slow enough so that it, you know, it gives the illusion that the stream is actually working correctly. It's kind of one of the other reasons why I picked this was to have something that ran a little better. Oh, you know what I don't have on this thing? The pan of the oil. Did I get an oil filter? How did I not get an oil filter? What else did I miss on the list? Fuel pump. Alright, let's go ahead and rotate this over. My wife is in there watching the librarians again. I can tell because things are shaking and baking in there. It's actually a really good series. If you haven't had a chance to check it out, check out The Librarians. It's a really, really good series. How did I sneak and miss the fuel filter? What else am I missing? These all better be 100% that I'm putting. I need to pay attention to make sure the parts I'm putting on here are all 100%, because now I'm thinking I'm starting to miss stuff here. Yep, gotta put these in. And put that in. See, I love how it forces the chain one way, it forces the chain the other way. But it should kind of force them both the same way. I mean, wouldn't you think that would? I don't know. It's a Ford. Who knows what they did to design this lousy engine? I mean, that's not even a V. That's a Y. I don't know when Ford started developing Y engines. I guess Ford's asking the question, why do we need an engine? Drop the coils in. Just got to make sure they're all 100 and I didn't miss one. And that's 100. That's 100. Okay. I got a bad feeling that somewhere down the line I didn't pay attention. I got like a 50% part in this thing. Is that everything? I think that's everything on the engine, huh? Heap! I didn't want that. What am I doing? There we go. Now I've got the Muppet theme song running through my head. Oh, I didn't get those. It's time to play the music. Of course I didn't order those. I didn't know I need those. Rear B. That'll give me something good to listen to tomorrow. Okay, I do have 4 of those. Awesome. I don't want your fat tires yet. Whoosh. Why don't you get things started? Alright, I guess we need one of those. Plate. I gotta go mount tires. I didn't get rear mufflers either. Got the middle muffler though. And the cataratic converter. Whoosh. I've got my pink cataracts. They won't let me look back. Because I'm gonna blind with my hand in my spine. Still don't understand why they think bolting down through the body is a good idea for that cross member. They've had that wrong for a lot of years. Guess it takes too much programming to reverse those. Oh, I haven't put those together yet. Front wheel hub. I must have missed a whole stinking page of parts. Oh, that's right, because I knew I needed at least one more caliper. That I knew I needed. I had just forgotten that I hadn't bought it yet because reasons. Let's get these installed first. We'll get the tires mounted. We'll get this thing back on all four paws. We get that motor tossed in. Well, that would be number 4. Alright. Get your tires on. Whoosh. Oh, yeah, he needs this, doesn't he? Love the smell of rubber in the morning. Oh, watch, I'm going to put these in, and it's probably going to tell me I can't put the engine in because they'll be interfering. It's not what I wanted. Oh, because I'm missing the tire rods. That's why the tire's not wanting to pop up here. Wonder how I missed those tire rods. I don't get it. What's this thing worth if I sell it right now? Only $5,000. Well, probably ought not sell it right now, huh? Probably because it's a non-running vehicle. Dropping the engine in. Ah, now it looks like a right car. Okay. We got the oil pan. That's going to be under somewhere else. Let's go ahead and pick this up. That's going to be somewhere else. We already have that. We don't need that. Power steering reservoir. Pick that up. Windshield washer reservoir. Got that. Brake servo. We need that. I don't know why it's called a servo, but whatever. Radiator fan housing, yes, and we just want the radiator fan. Alright, let's take the little quotational marks off there. And fan housing, that's right, it's going to be like there. We still got to put clips on this thing, don't we? I bought one extra. What a shame. Alright, and let's drop you in, drop you in, drop you in, drop you in. Ewan? Who's Ewan? That's y'all times 4. Alright, I think we are ready to start filling things up here. Then we'll run her over to the alignment center. Get the wheels all aligned. Get it over to the paint shop. Get a fresh set of paint on it. Fresh set of paint. Fresh coat of paint. I am tired. What would my English teacher think? Ah, she'd just look at me and say, yeah, still getting D's, I see. I was terrible at English. I really was. Alright, so that's got, okay, so we want oil here. You know, we add all these fluids. Not once does it ever ask us to add gasoline. Kind of seems off the wall, right? Alright, let's see what our stats are here. Let's see what we missed. Yeah, this car was in terrible shape for 87,000 miles. Look at that. 98%. Means there's a part I missed. There is a part that I missed that is below standard. Meaning I put in an aged part. Or it could just be that I'm missing these 3 parts. That could be what it is. I'm actually missing the drive shaft, the gearbox, and the starter. You know what we need? Because I don't think I have a drive shaft. And I know I don't have a starter, and I was just in that section there. Start. Yeah, it seems like a Ford 3-hole bolts to hold on transmission. I'm sorry, I spend a lot of time bagging on Fords, and I really shouldn't. They're not too horribly bad of a... I can't even say that with a straight face. They're not completely terrible vehicles. I don't know. I guess if it came down between a Ford and a Nissan, I'd take the Ford. Because I've got rim in there. There's no more rim. I had a lot of extra parts. Well, yeah, because we bought 10 of all those. Let's go drop those off, clean out our inventory. Now we can put these back from where they came. And I think everything else is junk. And we're just gonna sell it now. Oh, missed that one clip. This is why I didn't say 100%. It's exactly why I didn't say 100%. Alright, let's see where we're at now. 100, 195, 98. You know what? Those are really good numbers. I like those numbers. I think we're good to go with those numbers. We should get a fair chunk of change out of this thing now. Let's go ahead and take you over to the paint booth. And we want to change the livery here. Almost think it would look better with the black pinstriping on it. It's not a Saleen, it's 40th anniversary. I got a friend who has one of the Saleens. That's still one of the Saleen liveries. That's the Mach 1. It's not a Mach 1. It's definitely not the FR 500. Yeah, I think that was more of the anniversary. You know what? I think we're going to go with that. I do like that color red too. Yeah, she's going to get that color red with that black pinstripe. Almost now should have painted those rims the same color as this. Or would that have been too much? Yeah. I think we're okay. Painter! New car smell. Okay, over to the test path. So we can get the alignments done. Come on, you old fox body. Let's run this over to the dyno. Get some performance numbers out of her. They'll be standard. They'll be the default, because I didn't really do anything to make it too awesome. Awesome. Alright. Ooh, quality went up. I wonder why. Probably because I straightened everything out on it. Because it wasn't like that one took it over to the paint booth. Slell it. Yes. Well, guys, I think that was our last car. Yeah, we've got those two sitting there. We don't have anything else. To the barn finds. Oh, we sold everything. How pathetic is that? We sold everything. Oh, look, another rust stain. Haven't done 500,000 of these. That's saying this is a Mach 1. And another one with the motor completely junk. Basically rebuilding what we just built. I don't want to do another Mustang. I'm done with Mustangs. Seems like that's the only thing they understand in a barn is a Mustang. Wow. No exhaust on it either. So yeah, we're literally duplicating everything we just did. I mean, it's not in terrible shape, but it's not like it's... We won't be able to drive it out because it's missing the intake. Or not the intake, the throttle body. It's missing a fuel pump. It's missing exhaust. You know, we got a bad valve cover gasket. Bad valve cover there. Otherwise the motor itself looks complete. I don't see the pan missing on it. So we need a fuel rail. I don't know, maybe we could get it running for a few bucks, but how much does he want for it? It's 137 miles, 137,000. He wants 17K for that. Upgraded, it's an additional 13K. Yeah, we'd have to replace all this at the very least. Body's in decent shape, but nothing else really. I really just don't want to do another Mustang. Oh, I'm sure that there's at least 700 of them. I mean, he did that from, what, 1964 clear up into, what? I would think the late 2000s, wasn't it? When did he sign off? I'm trying to remember when Paul Harvey signed off. You know, here's the problem with flying. Here is why we will never ever have flying cars. Okay, I think it's great that people are showing all these flying cars. Here's the absolute number one reason why we will never have a flying car. One, the idiots that are on the road. You want to put these same people in the air? No, I mean, sure, natural selection. You'd have people dying left and right, and then the last of us that actually survive the chaos would be able to do the flying cars, right? The other thing is 99% of all the people out there cannot pass an FAA certification. They just can't. They're either too stupid, have too many medical problems, or are all freaking psychotic. That is why we will never ever have flying cars. Unless laws dramatically change. Well, that's my point. They can't manage 2 dimensions. They can barely manage 1 dimension, which is going forward, right? So, it just... this is why we will never have flying cars. Unless something dramatic happens. In fact, that is probably the only benefit to AI, is that we could have flying cars, but it would be 100% hands off and the computers would be running everything, right? Well, no, I have no doubt that the FAA approved the flying car, right? But there's more to it than just the vehicle, right? The FAA has approved flying cars clear back to the 60s. Okay? But it's the simple fact that you need a license to pilot the dang thing. You need to be certified by the FAA to pilot that vehicle. The new one you're talking about, probably not, but I have seen lots of flying cars. I mean, they've been doing flying cars since the 50s and 60s, right? So, I mean, it's not outside of it's old news, right? But the only way we will ever have flying cars is if you 100% turn everything over to AI and computers and let those vehicles autonomously fly themselves to where they can all communicate, all have a CAS system, and I mean, it probably wouldn't solve the traffic situation, but the other thing is people would never be able to afford the fuel for the dang things because it takes so much energy to get a vehicle off the ground. You would have to have a pilot license in all models, okay? Even if you're going 100 feet off the ground, you would still need a pilot's license. Because you are in a vehicle that travels. This isn't like an ultralight. This isn't like what do they call them? A power cell, okay? This is a large ball of mass. Even 50 feet off the ground, you'll kill somebody with it. You smash into a house, they would have to, the weight alone certifies that you have to have a pilot's license. So, I mean, this isn't some kite. What is this? This is their mock Mustang, isn't it? Oh, it's a Ford Dragster. And this has got a... How does a Dragster have 270,000 stinking miles on it? This guy really likes his Fords. No, I don't like the... yeah, people who have a... people who think that they should be in a flying car, I mean, I say let them, but let them fly out in the desert where they're not going to kill anybody. This thing's completely stripped down. They can have flying cars when I die. Yeah, I know. It does resemble the Riviera, doesn't it? Yeah, we are still probably a good 100 years away of people ever owning flying cars, just because of the stupidity of people. No, they barely can manage themselves. There's no way they're going to be able to manage something that flies. It's not possible. Oh, well, people will be far less stressed because they'll be able to get around easier. Stress has nothing to do with it, okay? People have road rage because, someone, gets 2.5 seconds ahead of them. I mean, come on. It's... yeah, flying cars are not... It's not copacetic. Do we want to take this? 234,000 miles. Yeah, I mean, it's a good car. Really, it doesn't, we could put that big Hemi Magnum in this thing, too. We could even go with the 446 pack. What does it have in it now? 1 carb overhead, so this is the weak sauce engine. That's a big heavy car, too. Yeah, 4,429 pounds. Ooh, it's a good price. I don't think I've actually done one of these yet. Yeah, we're gonna buy this one. We're gonna buy it. Yeah, because we're done here, so we want to go back to garage. Yeah, I'm not gonna search for parts. It's... Alright, we got 10 more minutes, which means I could probably look at one more car. Ooh, that's a Charger. That's a Charger RT too. Oh, that's pretty much complete. Missing a couple of tires, but I really have a soft spot for these Chargers. Oh no, I don't trust AI at all. Period. Um, but that was my only caveat. Is, you know, if we're gonna have flying cars, we have to have AI because it's the only way to have the systems work, right? But as far as AI, it's not something we need to be messing with. We just need to stay away from AI. It is not a good thing for us to be playing around with. It's just not. Um, it's too volatile. Even in its current state and non-current state, it's still too volatile. There's just too many things that it'll basically learn itself to make us obsolete. Uh, that's yeah, we can't be doing that. Oh, but we have it hard programmed so it can't. It's already hurting its creators. Okay, you got the U.S. military screwing around with freaking drones to shoot people. That right there tells you the AI has the ability to not hurt it to hurt its creators. Okay, I mean, whitewash it however you want. If you're gonna use it for a military application, it's gonna kill people. Period. So you can't sit there and tell me that it's not programmed to not hurt its creators, because it would see all living life as its creator and not attack any of it and say, nope, sorry, I can't do that. So I love it when people try and use that argument. It's like, okay, well then why is the military trying to use it? If that were the case, it'd be absolutely worthless to the military because it would not kill. So we've already proved that to be false. I don't understand people's logic sometimes. My gosh, are there anything other than Mustangs in these freaking barns? Seriously. Tired of seeing all these rust stains, man. This is the four-wheel drive version of this piece of crap, isn't it? Yep, it's the four-wheel drive version. That's why it's got such big wheels on it. Oh no, it is only a two-wheel drive. I don't want to do one of these. It's not worth my time. Yeah, and that's the other thing, right? It is it's already starting to oppress people. It's already starting to censor people. If you've ever heard some of the questions people ask ChatGPT, it's very, very biased, right? If you ask it a conservative question, it'll sit there and give this long line of, "Oh, I can't judge this," blah 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 blah. But you ask it a question that's non-conservative, and I mean, it spews a lot of hate and anger, and it's just not. Yeah, so it's already oppressing people. So, and I really think that the AI is going to be the device at which the Battle of Armageddon occurs, because they're going to start activating these things. It's going to start taking control, and the people are going to have no other choice but to fight, because the AI is going to kill them if they don't. So it's let's not be total and complete idiots here. Gatekeeper for HR, yeah, that's a real kick, right? But let's take the human out of human resources. Alright. I think he wanted too much for this, didn't he? Yeah, he wanted to. That's only like a $7,000 car. Yeah, I think it's hilarious. We're gonna have a non-human be in control of human resources, because you know that makes total sense. That's what I'm saying. We just need to stay away from artificial intelligence. And I'm a technology guy. I love technology. I think technology is great, but you're getting into realms that man should not mess with. Oh, hello, my little friend. What are you? I don't care how bad a condition that thing's in. I like it. I'm gonna spend money on it. Yeah, and that's one of the other complaints people make is human resources is to protect the company, not the people, right? And I mean they're right. That is exactly what human resources is to put the interest of the company or to protect the interest of the company, right? Uh, but they put you in that training room and sit there and talk about how the company cares about the people, how the company does this, company does that. Human resources is there to help the people, blah 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 blah. But then when something bad happens, the last thing human resources is going to do is help you. So don't. That's the other thing. Don't feed us that kind of crap, you know. Oh, so just go here. Smith and Parker Old Daddy T. 294,840 miles. I like it. 13-inch rims up front, 15-inch rims on the back. Wow, 15. Yeah, why not? Let's buy it. Oh, Volkswagen. I don't think I have the engine kit for this. So the engine isn't present. Yeah, I need the Porsche DLC for this car. I'll skip it. This is the old Nova. Yeah, we'll skip that one too. Yeah, we'll skip that one. I've got what I came for. Yes, leave without parts. Alrighty, guys. That's me. It was not the best stream of the night. I'll give it that because I spent 30 minutes streaming with this thing not connected to the actual stream, even though it was saying it was streaming. And then all the glickety glocketies going on. I mean, look at that drag. Look at that drag. It just, yeah, it. but I'm glad people stuck it out and were here and present and were able to, make some things happen because that's what it's all about. We got to talk about flying cars and we got to talk about evil AI and yeah, so it was a good thing. So, well, technically I don't think you really got here late because like I said, my stream started, but it about 30 minutes in, I looked over and it said my stats was offline, and everything showed that it was streaming. I was getting data, I was getting telemetry. It said I was live for 30 minutes, but the stats on the side said I was offline, and I checked it on my phone, and sure enough, I wasn't streaming. So you were not late. This time you were not late at all. Because I had to stop that stream, restart my OBS, go back in, and then it finally came up. And it's just, yeah. So, yeah. Thanks for joining, guys. I appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out with me. And you all have a great night. Vulcan, I will look up that stuff. I'll check your email right now. We'll see if I can't hook you up on Discord. So, I will yak at you all later.